What's good, Stopde Nation? Welcome back to another video. So, if you've been around our Twitter, Discord, really anywhere, you probably already know a little bit about this. But I wanted to talk about the Prime Icon Lahm situation, and basically what happened with it, and what ended up going down with all of those things. Because it's frustrating for me because I really went into this season. I wanted to give it a fresh start. And I want to be like, okay, you know what? We're gonna make content. I wanted to create, the best content we could for everybody in this community. And I think we had a great start to this season. There's so much hype built up around the start and the beginning of the FIFA Mobile 21 season. The first few days, there's so much like just going on, and then we've been like a few weeks in, and we're back to this, and this is super frustrating to me too. I'm honestly like, for me, if I'm looking at this, like, I got to make a video with the Prime Icon when he had his great stats, I'm gonna definitely try and get my money back on this, but it's not just about that. It's kind of about just in general, like, there's a lot of people that went in and bought this Prime Icon and then now didn't get what they wanted out of it and are stuck with something that they really probably don't want. And that to me is the frustration of it. So here's what happened at the start of this event. You could go in, and this Lahm card, so you need to collect 4 players in order to get this. You got to collect all the top 4 players in order to claim this Lahm card. But if you clicked on it, you actually could purchase it for the 5,000 tokens. And so in this case, what a lot of people ended up doing, what I ended up doing, is going in and just getting the 5,000 points and buying this card because he was 5,000 points. You could buy him for 5,000 points. And yes, you could say, okay, well, you can see that you have to collect the top 4 players, but they were also giving it to you for 5,000 points. So this was not supposed to happen. This was a bug in the game. You had those 5,000 points, and you know what, at the end of the day, they've been doing stuff where they ban people for all of this. I always kind of said that I don't really agree with banning people for a bug that's in your game, but that probably was a potential thing, is that you get a ban for a few months or whatever that happens to be, for playing the game and spending the money on this. But what ended up happening instead is they didn't ban anybody. There was no bans that happened or anything like that, but what they did is they gave back the points. So you have this option here of claiming back the 5,000 points. But they took the Lahm card that we got. They didn't take it back, but they pretty much just should have. They kind of just made a mockery of the card, because when you click on the stats, you can see that he has basically completely reduced stats. It's the stats of pretty much a right back base elite card. If you look at it, this is like boosted stats too. This is like 6 boosted stats on this one. So he's a prime icon, but he's not even really a prime icon. And so the problem is that they gave these points back, points that really don't have any use to you unless you want to try and spend another $600-700 to get the actual prime icon that you were thinking you were going to get in the first place. So you thought you were going to get a prime icon for this for like still $300 or whatever that is, and then you go in, you get the money back, or you get the points back, and then you have to spend another $500-600 for this. So you're basically like already on the way to getting it. So then you have this, oh, like, should I just keep going? Which, please, I really hope that you don't do that. I'm definitely not going to go and buy this prime icon. I honestly don't know, like, I say this a lot, but I feel like this makes it very hard to want to spend any money on this game when stuff like this happens. You go in and you don't have this option of the FIFA point back. If you gave back the FIFA points, or you gave back the ability to get the money that you spent on this, rather than just giving back points that you actually have zero use for. Like, I have no use for these harvest points. I don't want those players. I got this because I wanted the prime icon, which I can't get without spending another $600. I really just want my money back from this, because I don't have the product that I paid for, and to me it just seems as simple as that. And so I don't really have much else to say with that. I really just, like, it was disappointing. I feel like, to see that this is the way things ended up, and you may agree, you may disagree, you may say, well, it said 4 players, but the bottom line to me is that they changed the card that we paid for, and they didn't give the money back, and I feel like that, to me, is, well, it's probably not like a legal issue. It sucks, and it hurts to feel that that's the way that the community is being treated, and the way that they kind of feel about it. And I don't know. That's all I got for that, because I don't want to say something that I'm gonna be like, I don't want to quit FIFA Mobile and do all these things, because every time I quit FIFA Mobile, I come back like 3 days later because the community brings me back. I don't want to say that, but I definitely will say that, like, this has definitely hurt my trust in the game, and this has definitely, like, made me, as someone who plays this game for 4 years and has seen, and tried to be optimistic about the future and optimistic about all these things as much as I possibly can, this hurts, and it really does. So anyways, let's just go play a game with them. We might as well have some fun. I definitely feel for everybody who ended up and picked this card up and ended up getting something that they thought they were going to get, and now does not have their $300 that you probably worked very hard for, and does not have what they thought they were going to get with it. Which the other issue with this is Prime Icon should not be $1,200. Prime Icon should not even really be $300. And that's a completely separate issue. But the fact that, you know, when you get one for $300, like, oh, hey, it's a great deal. It wasn't even a great deal because that's still expensive for a Prime Icon. But then you end up not getting what you want out of it. And then you have no real option to do anything about it. I'm frustrated for everybody on this side of it, and I hope that you find a way to kind of also get your money back on this, or whatever. They actually look at this and say, hey, you know what, maybe we probably should give back the FIFA points, or do something other than give us a product we didn't pay for and not give us back the money that we paid for it. Here's the Lahm card. We'll test them out. Maybe it'll just so happen that this Philip Lahm card, this is Prime Icon that goes in here, it just happens to be some like super fancy Prime Icon. How do I even get okay, we're in here. I can't even figure out how to get into the head-to-head anymore. All right, we're really going to test them out because we're going up against a 79 overall squad. I feel like right now they're probably trying to do some of their skill games. Okay, let's test this card out. Let's see how... Not a good start for him. If I'm going to rate his skills in this beginning of this, that was not a good start. But I kind of want to see, because now he's down to 80 pace, so maybe he does move pretty fast. He does have a quick roulette. I don't know. He seems pretty fast. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. They lowered the stats, but the card still plays the exact same in the game. So hey, you know what? I guess if the stats don't seem to really matter to him, that I honestly don't notice any difference between this card before and this card now. So I guess maybe I spoke too soon about that part of it. Let's see if he can. Oh, we're going against 70s though. That's one thing to keep. But look at that close on here. I'm pretty sure this card still plays the same way as the card played before. Let's see his passing ability. Let's see if he can feed a good ball. Good ball. Perfectly placed pass. See? He's playing. Okay, so this is very interesting. This throws a whole new curveball in all of these things. He really just plays the exact same way. All right, anyways, thank you for checking this out. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde.